Deep in the heart of a quaint little town stood a grand and imposing hotel, known for its opulence and eerie atmosphere. Many rumors swirled about room 333, a place where unsuspecting guests encountered unspeakable horrors. One stormy night Sarah, a weary traveler seeking refuge from the torrential downpour, checked into the hotel. Ignoring the warning whispers from other guests, she was assigned room 333. As the creaking elevator ascended to the third floor, a sense of foreboding washed over her. Upon entering the room, a chilling draft filled the air, causing the flame of the flickering candle to dance precariously. Shadows seemed to come alive, shifting and moving with a sinister presence. Sarah's heart raced with anticipation as she felt the room closing in on her. As the night wore on, Sarah's unease grew. Whispers echoed in her ears, and sudden cold gusts chilled her relentlessly. The walls seemed to pulse with hidden secrets, and she could feel unseen eyes watching her every move. The sense of impending horror became unbearable. Suddenly, the room plunged into darkness. Sarah's heartbeat thundered in her ears as she groped blindly for the door. Panic consumed her as she realized the room had become a labyrinth, the walls shifting, morphing into grotesque shapes. She felt trapped, an unwilling participant in the twisted game of terror. With each step, the floor seemed to give way beneath her, as if trying to drag her down into a bottomless abyss. Desperation filled her lungs as she screamed for help, but her cries were swallowed by the void. Just as she was about to surrender to the chilling fate that awaited her, the lights flickered back to life, and Sarah found herself standing outside room 333, trembling and gasping for air. She never dared to speak of the night's events again, haunted forever by the memory of that dreadful room that threatened to steal her soul. In a forgotten corner of the world, there stood an ancient hotel with a reputation for unsettling occurrences. The dimly lit hallways housed long-forgotten ghosts, each harboring a tale more horrifying than the last. On a moonless night, John arrived at the hotel's reception, his footsteps echoing ominously against the worn-out marble floor. The concierge's eyes flickered with a hint of unease as he handed John the room. Key, room 605. As John ascended the staircase, an eerie silence engulfed him. The air grew thick with anticipation, and the flickering lanterns barely illuminated the labyrinth-like corridors. The hotel seemed to hold its breath, waiting for John to meet his fate. With each step, John felt a growing sense of unease. Whispers, barely audible, echoed from the corners of the hallway, carrying messages of despair and longing. Shadows danced playfully on the walls, heightening his anxiety. He quickened his pace, desperate to find solace within the confines of his room. As he reached room 605, a shiver ran down his spine, and his skin prickled with fear. With trembling hands, he inserted the key and pushed open the door. A stagnant, musty odor assaulted his senses, causing his stomach to churn. The room exuded an otherworldly presence, its energy suffocating. Once inside, the walls seemed to close in on him, constricting his every movement. Whispers grew louder, piercing his ears with their tormenting chants. Unseen hands grazed his skin, sending icy tendrils down his spine, as though the hotel itself sought to consume him. The hours ticked by, and John had lost all sense of time. Every attempt to flee from the room rendered futile. The walls are distorted, elongating and contorting into grotesque shapes. Madness clawed at the fringes of his consciousness, threatening to consume him whole. In an act of sheer desperation, John screamed for help, his voice echoing through the cavernous hallway. Seconds turned into eternity, as the room seemed to mock his feeble pleas for salvation. Finally, with a deafening silence, the hotel released its grip, leaving John trembling and catatonic on the floor outside room 605. Perched atop a desolate hill, a centuries-old inn stood, shrouded in mystery. Whispered tales told of its cursed history, a place where the living mingled with the dead and nightmares came to life. Henry, an adventurous traveler, stumbled upon the inn during his journey. Lured by its haunted reputation, he eagerly checked in. The innkeeper, an enigmatic figure with hollow eyes, handed him the key to room 13, his icy touch sending a chill down Henry's spine. As Henry made his way through the creaking corridors, a thick fog enveloped the inn, obscuring his path. The air grew heavy with the scent of decay, and every step echoed a ghostly chorus. Shadows danced on the walls, reaching out with ethereal hands. Room 13 exuded an otherworldly presence, its dark history suffusing the air. Henry's heart raced as whispers filled his ears, disembodied voices whispering secrets long buried. The temperature plummeted, causing his breath to form icy clouds. In the midst of the night, the innkeeper appeared at Henry's bedside. His hollow eyes glowed with a malevolent light, and he beckoned Henry to follow him. Pulled by an invisible force, Henry trailed behind, his pounding heart drowned out by the eerie silence. The inn's dark secrets unraveled as the innkeeper led Henry to a hidden chamber, buried beneath the inn's foundations. Bones littered the cold stone floor, a macabre jigsaw puzzle formed by the inn's tormented history. Henry's mind reeled with terror, realizing he had stumbled upon a portal to the spirit realm. As the gateway closed behind him, Henry found himself trapped, surrounded by vengeful spirits. Their anguished wails filled the chamber, echoing through his very soul. The room morphed, transforming into a maze of nightmares, each twist and turn leading him deeper into the bowels of despair. In the end, Henry discovered the chilling truth. The inn was a haven for lost souls, forever trapped in their torment. No one would hear his cries for help, for the inn held. No one would hear his cries for help, for the inn held a sinister power, binding its guests to its grasp. Henry's every attempt to escape proved futile, as the walls shifted and rearranged, confounding his senses. With each passing hour, the innkeeper's malevolent presence grew stronger, his spectral form materialized in unexpected corners, his presence a constant reminder of the horrors that awaited. Henry's mind teetered on the edge of madness, the line between reality and nightmare blurring with every torturous moment. But deep within the recesses of his fear, Henry's determination flared like a lone ember in the darkness. He resolved to defy the inn's malicious hold, to break free from its spectral chains. With newfound resolve, he embarked on a perilous journey through the labyrinthine corridors, guided only by his dwindling hope. As he explored, Henry uncovered the spirits' tragic tales, each one more haunting than the last. Their shattered dreams and unfulfilled desires consumed his thoughts, fueling his determination to escape and set them free from their eternal plight. Through treacherous paths and oppressive darkness, Henry encountered apparitions of other guests who had fallen victim to the inn's curse. Together, they forged a bond, their collective will becoming a beacon of strength amidst the ethereal turmoil. With a surge of collective energy, the spirits and Henry confronted the innkeeper, whose sinister aura threatened to snuff out their flickering hope. The showdown crackled with energy as the inn's walls trembled, reverberating with a struggle between the living and the dead. In a climactic battle, Henry confronted the innkeeper, refusing to succumb to fear. Through sheer willpower, he broke the curse's hold, banishing the malevolent presence from the inn forever. The spirits found peace at last, their ethereal forms dissipating into the unknown. As morning dawned, Henry emerged from the inn, forever changed by the ordeal. He would carry the stories of the spirits with him, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of courage in the face of unspeakable darkness. The haunted history of the inn would live on, cautionary tales whispered in hushed tones. And as Henry walked away, a renewed sense of purpose ignited within him, a reminder that even in the face of terrifying nightmares, hope and bravery will always shine through.